The story follows Gerhardt's mentor and fellow witcher Vesemir, who saves a noble child in the forest of Gwendren from a lesion. This lesion speaks in an elfin tongue before it succumbs to its wounds, and then that leads him to believe that it was being controlled. If you haven't, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell for more great content. Right, let's go to the story. Meanwhile, a sorceress named Tetra Gilchrist tries to convince the king to wipe out all witches, believing them to be no good con artists, and bats head with Lady Zerbs, who is very sympathetic towards witches. When two of the royal guards are killed, Tetra again implores the king to do away with witches. But Lady Zerbs convinces the king to let the witcher and the sorceress go to the forest of Gatesu to investigate. And this leads the pair to come to an old elf school and realize that the monsters attacking the village were manufactured hybrids from the mages of Kaer Morhen, with Vesemir's mentor overseeing it. The sorceress, together with an elf named Getsu, try to wipe out the witches along with the townspeople and the king's army. It turns out the reason for the sorceress Tetra had a grudge against them, the witches, was because she said she saw one kill her mom when she was a child. And a fight ensues, and almost everybody dies into. And Vesemir catches up with the young students and tosses them their medallions. And this is where we get to meet the one that we know as Geralt of Rivia. So, what are my thoughts? Okay, so for me, I liked it a lot. I thought it was fine. It went in and out for me, the story. The action scenes were great. I really, really liked it. And this was produced by Studio Meh. And if you don't know Studio Meh, they are the ones who did the Avatar, The Legend of Korra. They did the Boondocks, Black Dynamic, and they did Young Justice. They are doing Young Justice, Justice Phantom. So yeah, and also they were all the handiwork in one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. That is The Death of Superman. I love this movie so very much. You can't tell how much I love The Death of Superman. So back to The Witcher. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. I thought it was, the story was in and I was a little iffy. The accents, I couldn't really understand it. Yeah, I also didn't like Vesemir at the beginning. He was very full of himself. He was I don't know how to even describe him, but he was just money hungry. He loved money a lot. And oh my god, my dogs are barking, so please forgive me if you hear them in the background. I've tried to keep them down, but they won't shut up. Okay, so this one scene was a horror movie for me. I didn't like it at all. They left the boys in a swamp filled with monsters, and they had only their medallions to protect them. I don't know why they did this or what the purpose of this was, whether it's for survival of the fittest, I think, and they just left them to just die. It was terrible. I didn't like this scene at all. It wasn't needed. They didn't even make them witches. They just left them as humans. Tetra, oh my god, this woman, I can't with her. She's just vindictive. She thinks she's perfect. Oh my god, I think that's her fault. And she says she hates witches, but yet here she is allowing more monsters to come into the real world where witches will now have to sprout and kill all of this and get more money. I think she didn't think this through, because at the end of the day, spoiler alert, she dies. She dies, and she left these creatures to wander the earth who are going to breed, and witches are going to sprout and create more business for them. So yeah, I like this scene. This was a very touching scene that would almost made me also cry, and I love the sunset. Yeah, so the movie for me was great. It was okay. It wasn't awesome, but it was lukewarm, and it was fine. I'll give it, if I'm rating this, I'm going to give it a B plus for great action sequences and iffy storytelling. So let me know what you think about this movie. I had fun. Did you?